Hey everybody, my name is Justin Malloy and welcome to day 33 of my MentalFit challenge. Day 33 is change day. This is where I put the improvements in for next week, and throughout the weekend, the buffer zone, as we call it, the changes are optional. And so that helps you be a little bit more aware about why you would make the change early or why you would wait, or it gives you a bit more time to be aware of the impact of the changes before you actually implement them. Now, today is going to be a bit different than the other Fridays that we've had previously, and hopefully from most of the Fridays we will have going forward. And the reason for that is I have been feeling that this program has been very difficult mentally for me. And that comes from me taking out all of my easy activities before the easy activities that I'm bringing in, such as daily walking and things along that line, are habitual for me. And what that does is it makes it so that my mind has to work a lot to be able to find things to keep myself mentally occupied when I'm tired, right? And previously, when I was mentally tired, I would go and I would read a book for a little bit, or I would play a round or two of video games, or. And now I just kind of have to be like, okay, I can learn something new, which is not necessarily a very easy activity, mentally speaking. So this is something that I probably could have gotten through if I just stuck with it, and really nose to the grindstone it. But the secondary reason that I built this program and that I'm going through it is so that I can be able to replicate these results for other people. And what that means is taking into account other people in other situations when I'm stress testing the program. And right now I'm not working 40-hour weeks, and I don't have kids or responsibilities in that sense. And also I have a lot of extra energy from the food that I'm eating. And so I need to kind of take that all into account when I am building the difficulty of this program. Because at the end of the day, this is going to be a very tertiary program for most people, right? Where they, they wake up, they go to work, they come home and maybe go shopping and cook for their kids. So they work 12 or 13 hours through the day. They don't have a lot of extra energy for this, right? And it's important for me that I work towards this in the best way to be able to help other people make change. And so today I will be adding in a few things that I took away in previous weeks. And over this next week, I will be working on a better approach to actually building up more things that I can do so that this program is not difficult. It is instead very, very slow, incremental progress, where over 2 months you might see only small changes, but over 2 years you see massive changes. And you don't feel like you need to quit because it's easy, right? It's just a little thing that you kind of do every week, something that you can succeed at. And that's sort of the feeling that I want to be getting from this program. And maybe there's a little bit of stretching here and there, mentally speaking. But most of the time it should be pretty easy. And it's not right now. So I'll be rethinking it a lot, I think, over this weekend. And then on Monday, I'll be giving a little bit more of an updated plan, if that makes sense. So today I will be adding back in video games and reading. So videos are still out. And the reason that I'm doing both of these is because I am currently learning more about how habits form, and I'm currently learning more about awareness, which oftentimes brings up the timeline for people who are depressed, and brings backward the timeline for people who are anxious. And anxiety is where you live in the future, and depression is where you live in the past, and so it helps you come into the present. And I want to be able to leverage these things in a much more constructive path. But to do that, I need to be in a space where it's easy for me to make the changes. Does that make sense? Where I'm at a place where I'm very comfortable. I'm at a place where I feel like I'm not really being pushed. Something's changed, right? But it's not something that's really integral to the way that I interact with the world. I still have my safe spaces. And working from there, putting new skills in as I learn about them, because I'm still learning about a lot of the skills that could be very important for the people that for myself and the people that I'm wanting to help. And so I think this will happen probably unfortunately more than a few times, where I kind of slingshot back and then I work my way forward again. And the hope is that every time I slingshot back and I add in a bunch of new things, the program not only gets easier, but has more results, right? And so we're going to be starting to go into iteration 2 of MentalFit for myself, and I'm going to stick with the day count, right? And we'll see how that kind of goes from there. Now, this feels a little bit bad for me because it feels like, oh my God, all right, it failed this time. And, the sort of important understanding is that it failed this time, right? There were some good foundations. Let's keep building on those, right? And we're going to keep going back and forth into building, very slowly over the next 6 months or so, building up this program that is probably not going to take 6 months. So yeah, it's going to be a bit different than normal. And I'm going to have to start being a lot more aware of how I feel and about how the way that things make me feel while I do this. Because it's important that this program is very easy and simple. And it's very easy to succeed at. Because the easier it is to succeed, the less people will fail because they're stuck. And the very first thing on this program that I've put my brother and my friend through is make your bed. Right? I don't care if it stays made. I want, when you roll out of bed, make your bed. I don't care how well it's made. I want you to make your bed. That's it. Right? And that's something that's very difficult to fail at. And since it's Friday and they're gonna figure it out, I'm gonna tell them pretty soon here, right? For my friend, the thing that he's going to be adding is water. Drink 64 ounces plus of water every day. Do it. Right? And so I want to make this program something that is pretty easy, and I want it to have a really easy pattern to remember. Like 3 weeks of new stuff, 1 week of catching up. 3 weeks of new stuff, 1 week of catching up, or whatever actually ends up working. And it's going to take a while because this is a very long time program. It's not like a big intensity program, so it's just going to take a lot of time to go through the different iterations. And the more people that I have to work through these iterations with me, the faster that I can see what works and what doesn't, what patterns work. And so if any of you want to try doing this MentalFit program, feel free to contact me and we'll see what we can kind of get going. But for now, let's get started on 2.0, shall we? All right. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.